Testing, testing. Yeah, that was way too loud.
Why?
Well, let me fucking tell you about it.
Episode 6. Tell me about it with Matt and Chris. Yo, crack
Cheers.
a cold one. Cheers. Cheers.
Episode 6, just want to catch everybody up on music, movies, television, all that good stuff.
Okay.
It's been probably about almost a month since we did this, so there's some new
Close
stuff
to a month.
going on.
Yeah, dude, check it out real quick though. Before you start with your list, I know you got your list.
Where's
Knocked
yours?
Loose. What about the new Knocked Loose? What do you think about it?
Don't
I
like
listened
it.
to it today.
Mhm.
I got probably 3 or 4 songs in. I didn't have much time to listen to. It was basically driving to work and from work. You want to hear my impression first of it?
Oh, of course, yeah.
The first song of the album started off, I was like, okay, whatever. I feel like when I was listening to those songs, it was like the build-up to a breakdown where I was just anticipating this breakdown coming throughout the entire song.
And then it never comes.
Well, to me, it kind of comes, but there's
It's
just...
like when you drink too much whiskey and try and fuck.
Yeah, it's always there. It just...
Never comes.
Right. But like the first... I don't know, it's just...
I agree. So, digging really deep into Knocked Loose, I loved that band. Found their 5-song EP on the internet. It was fucking hard as nails, dude. It was raw. Production quality was shitty, but just good enough where it really made everything pop.
Dude, production quality doesn't matter if the song's a banger.
Yes, it does.
But it doesn't.
Production. No, it does. So hear me out.
I don't know.
The first.
It does and it doesn't.
The first EP and then a split album that they put out were like the songs were excellent and the production quality was so garbage. Like the bass was up too high. There was nothing you could do to really like flatten that out. But it was the rawness about it that made it sound good. And then the album that they came out with a couple years ago, Laugh Tracks, I believe Will Putney is the person that they worked with for both of these 2 albums. And I specifically do not like that guy. I don't like, not personally, but I don't like the his recording techniques. I don't like the finished product. I don't like his production. For some reason...
Well, maybe he's just the dude that records it. He might not be the guy that mixes it. Is he the guy that mixes it too? I mean...
I don't know, but still, he's right. At least the recording engineer. Okay. But this... regardless as to whether he does mixing and mastering, it seems to be a trait with him that the drums sound like they're made out of fucking plastic. I swear to God, like just imagine just Slipknot like banging on a 50-gallon plastic drum. They don't sound
like those street dudes that just bound on the 5-gallon drum.
It doesn't sound natural to me, and I've heard other albums that he's done where it just sounds too plastic to me. And
is that because he's using fake drums and using programmed drums or drum triggers, or is he actually recording acoustic drums?
I watched like all those promotional videos of like Knocked Loose in the studio recording their most recent album or whatever. Yep. So everything that they're doing is all on regular instruments, but the way that it's engineered, I don't like the sound that he's catching because it sounds like shit. And to what you were saying about how the overproduction of an album shouldn't matter if the tracks are good, to me that has a negative effect because you want a certain rawness. Like if it sounds like shit, it infers on your ability to enjoy it because like if it sounds like garbage and you can't even hear it, you're not interested in it. But for hardcore and metal, the production, if it sounds too overproduced, then I'm kind of just like, yeah, this sucks because it's too pitch perfect for me.
Let me clarify that statement that I made is talking about it doesn't matter on the quality. It's because I play an instrument, so I get what they're playing.
Right.
So I might look at it a little bit differently than you do because like I'll be like, all right, that's a dope riff. Like, yeah, his guitar tone's terrible, but I know what the riff would sound like if it was with good EQ or like a good guitar tone or good something. So I'd be like, all right, so that might be why
But
I think things
you-
sound good even when they sound crap, like
you
demos
as
or something.
you as a musician, it's still your prerogative to direct how the notes that you're playing are going to sound on a recording. So if you're listening to something that I think sounds like shit and you think it sounds good, that's still your problem at the end of the day. You know what I mean? Like, if the riff is good but the recording is not, that still has an influence
Well, yeah,
on
no,
people's perception of how that album
But
sounds.
it also depends on what you got, how much money you can put into production or recording and stuff like
Oh,
that.
absolutely.
It's
Yeah,
just no,
true.
like, you know, and EVH is the best for that. Eddie Van Halen it's all in the fingers.
Mhm.
If you can play, you can play. So whether it sounds good or it sounds bad, it's that person itself. So like, if someone has a good riff and I'm like, all right, cool,
So
I like that, I can get down with it. Even if it's a bad production, I know, because if you put the money into that production and get that person in somewhere that can record in a high quality recording studio, it's going to be a banger, dude. It's going to be a banger, I'm telling you.
let's get to the straight questions now. Production quality aside, are the new Knocked Loose songs good? Are they bangers? To me, they're not.
They're not bangers. No,
So,
they're
like-
not. The songs themselves, they're not bangers.
You've heard Kublai Khan? I'm pretty sure I've shown them
You've
to
showed
you.
them to me, yes.
They're, I'm pretty sure
Remember a specific
the,
song? No, I probably cannot.
the same guy, Will Putney, recorded Kublai Khan too. I've already seen on certain forums, like on Facebook, of people being like, hey, this riff that Knocked Loose played sounds a lot like Kublai Khan. And then they'll just do a side-by-side comparison of the two songs, and you're like, oh, holy shit, this really is just like a straight ripoff. Of course, everyone responds like, oh, it's fucking hardcore. Like, how many different ways can you play a breakdown? That is exactly the point. Of course, you're going to draw influence from other bands, but your ability to make a breakdown sound like yours is the whole point of musicianship. Yeah, you're stealing a riff, but the way that you can make it sound like you didn't steal it is what people want
It's
to
like
listen to.
Like the first Amir album in the Acacia Strain.
Yeah, exactly.
We're not going to get off topic here, but...
Well, this is topic.
Well,
We're
actually,
talking
no.
about music.
Yeah, we are. We're on
Fuck
music.
Knocked Loose. Move on to the next one.
No, you were just talking about production,
Mhm.
and let me give you my honest opinion. Adam D from Killswitch Engage.
Yep.
He records. He's
Reputable.
recorded a lot of bands.
Parkway Drive.
Right, Western Mass, the Acacia Strain,
Yep.
OG, Killswitch, you name it, he's recorded it
Mm-hmm.
in Western Massachusetts. That guy is incredible.
Yeah.
Dude, have you listened to the new Killswitch album?
Yes, I did.
It's to me personally, I know my opinion means shit, but it's one of those albums, and I think just about every Killswitch Engage
I don't
album
want to
is.
hear your opinion. Your opinion upsets me. I want to silence you through any means
All right,
necessary.
I'll stop talking.
Is there anything I can do, like through the government or something, to be able to suppress your opinion or something?
What are you talking about?
I don't know. Keep going.
You don't want to hear my opinion.
No, I do.
No,
I was just making
no.
fun of the far
I don't even know
left.
where I was starting. I think I was talking about all their stuff is from put the CD in, the recording in, whatever you're listening to, the first track of whatever the album, and you can
Killswitch?
listen to Killswitch.
Yeah.
And you can listen to it to the last one, and then you can start it all over again. The new album, it sounds awesome. The lyrics are awesome. The riffs are like,
Dude,
it's
that new
Killswitch.
album has got some fucking fight riffs in it, dude.
Oh yeah.
You know, because
yeah, 100%.
like I listen to that subjectively. I don't that just falls into like the Five Finger Death Punch genre for me, you know what I mean? But they are local, they do put on a good
Yeah, but
performance.
they're not
I go and see
they're
them
not
all the
Five-Finger
time.
Death Punch.
I wouldn't know because I don't listen to Five Finger Death
Their
Punch,
Five,
you know. So
Five
like
Finger Death Punch sucks.
I really just throw that
Radio,
out there
yeah,
as a, you know. But
Well, here's
so
a-
for me, like I don't listen to Killswitch like, oh, this is something that I like, I'm gonna put it on. I'm just familiar with it. So listening to that and actually having it be something where it's like, oh, okay, like here's a riff I can get down with, you know, that is always pleasing to me, you know.
I've been a fan of them for a long time. I want
yeah.
to say when I was in high school.
How long have they even been around for? Early 2000s?
Oh yeah, Yeah, I think they were a 4-piece at first, if I remember correctly. I think the guitarist Adam, I think he played drums one time I saw them. I think, don't quote me, but I'm pretty sure he was the drummer at one point. But I think they were called Aftershock first, was a band that they were all in before, and then they started Killswitch.
Right, and originally, Jesse was the original singer.
Oh, I guess apparently I
Fucking
didn't have
asshole!
it on silent.
I turned you. I
I
told
was
you
on
to turn
silent.
the
It
thing
was.
down.
I must have popped off.
Oh.
Sorry.
Who was it? Blow him up. Fuck their
Fucking Jeff
intrusion.
Welch. Jeff Welch. He sent me a text message. What did he send
Jesus
me?
Christ! Don't use the kid's last name. We might as well dox him while we're at it.
Who cares? Whatever.
Should we tell people where he lives? Should we have people head there?
He sent me a text of a meme that says, "This is how much effort I'm trying to put into my kid's room," and it's a picture of a Game Boy. Anyways, keep going. Thanks for wasting our time, Jeff. You just took up 40 seconds. Where were we?
Killswitch.
Killswitch.
So as far as I remember, Jesse is the original singer,
He's the OG.
and he was only there for the demos and then like the first album, right? And then Howard took over after.
He was there for, I believe, the demos, of course.
And it was just the first album, right? And the first album.
No. There was 2 albums.
Oh, okay.
There was 2.
I remember that first album was
Alive or
ripper.
Just Breathing with like My Last Serenade and Fixation on Darkness.
Yeah.
That was like when
Fixation
they
on the
blew up, but there was a one before that that they had. I can't think of the name of it, but it had like Indian Blind and anyways.
So then
he was there for 2 albums, then Howard took over. Right.
And then he got diabetes, quit.
Howard belongs in Blood Has Been Shed, not Killswitch Engage.
Yes, that was his original band.
Oh,
Did you hear on the
They're
internet?
getting back together.
Yeah, they were
yes,
talking
dude.
about that. Okay, cool.
And then the drummer from Killswitch is the drummer from Blood Has Been Shed. That's how he got brought up. Anyways.
Okay.
But like Howard and Jesse are obviously 2 different vocalists. In my personal opinion, Jesse belongs in Killswitch Engage. The original sound started
finish
from
up
him.
the history. So Howard left a couple of years ago, right?
Yep, and Jesse
Jesse took back his
throne,
over.
but dude,
So is this album the newest album with just him?
No, he's had this is the third one since Jesse's been back. And
in the third album? Oh, Jesus.
Third album since Jesse has been back.
He's been back in for like 5 years now or something, right? At least.
I want to say at least 10, 8 or 9.
No.
Yeah, at least.
It's been 5 years, dude.
More than that. Way more than that. I saw him at Pearl Street probably...
Dude, since Howard left? I'm about to Wikipedia this shit right now. It's been like 5 years,
dude,
man.
Jesse's first show back was at New England Metal Fest.
What year, though? 2013?
Ooh, 12 maybe? So, okay. 11 maybe?
Would you graduate from
12,
high school
12.
for math?
So 7 years. 7 years.
Right. So we're getting there, dude. Time flies, huh? Time flies.
Flies, whatever. Yeah, time does fly. We're at 13 minutes. A lot of people always argue with me about that whole subject, like, oh, Jesse Howard, but Jesse was Killswitch when they started, and he's Killswitch now. Like, his voice is the tone of that band, my opinion. Mm-hmm. And I've liked their music more with him in it than I did with Howard.
Tell me about Howard's new band. You're into that. I forget what the original band name was, and then didn't they have to change it for like copyright issues or something like that?
I think the new one he's in now is Light the Torch.
Yes, and that's the name that they had to change it to, right?
I don't know if it was that, but The Devil You Know was the other one he was in.
That was the original band
I don't know the history of what happened, but
from what I read, I think it was like copyright issues.
No, I didn't know. I didn't know that. I watched like a video of him just saying like, "Yep, that band is done. It was just we had to start something new," and they started what they are now. But
they didn't start anything new. All they did was take the same people, and we're just we're gonna change our band name.
Right.
But,
I agree.
They covered Eye of the Tiger?
Oh, dude, banger. That was an absolute banger.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Now, are they still active? Howard's still in that? Do they tour? Do they put out new music
I think he is. I mean, Killswitch's new album just came out. They just released a new video, and Howard's in it with Jesse.
Well, I saw that.
I know that. I'm just saying, like, I don't know what Howard's doing. I know he was just in the latest Killswitch video.
For sure. All right, we're at 15 minutes. We can cap this off for just music and then do another 15 for TV, movies.
Yeah.
But I don't know about you. I'm getting hungry.
I'm
about to
getting
go
hungry.
to Theodore's Booze, Blues, and Barbecue in
Springfield, Massachusetts. So, if you're listening to this, I know we said it before.
Fuck yourself.
That too. I mean, we had a conversation about that earlier, but I don't think we can do a podcast on that. Maybe we'll get to that, but who knows. But if you want to come on here and, like I said earlier, pick Matt's brain or pick mine or...
Pick your fucking nose.
Pick your nose, pick your ass, pick your balls, pick whatever you got. That's fine. If you want to do that, don't
Step
fucking...
up, motherfucker.
Send us a text message. Write it on the YouTube page. Send us an email. Tell Matt and Chris about it.
If you don't
at
have a
gmail.com.
YouTube account and you're too lazy to make one, just send us a message on any type of social media, and we will not allow... Nope, this is definitely going to be a little part that we're going to have to like cut out and just skip. You're going to give us a comment about what you think, and then we're going to use that to promote our videos. So you're going to... regardless as to whether or not you consent to it. So, see what you got.
All right. Hit us up. Thanks for listening.
Peace.
We'll see you next time. We won't see you, but you can listen to us next time.
Dude, you want to do video soon?